Hello ladies and gentlemen, and welcome back to Last Line of Defense. In the last episode, the Council sent us to recover more psionic operatives based on the information we recovered from Annette. The mission was rather simple, and we quickly overcame the aliens and secured the operatives. Once returned to base, we got an influx of supplies from the Council and began construction on more firestorms as well as better weaponry for them. In addition to this, we invested in more foundry projects. Once the firestorm equipped with the fusion lance, we put it straight to use on a large battleship which we took down in 2 shots. The team we dropped in so far have cleared every room without taking too much damage. Commander, you have to stop them. The Council cannot be asking for the removal of Captain Thorn on these grounds. It is beyond the question. He has been nothing but loyal to you and Xcom since its very first days, and to remove him now... You must talk to them, you must beg them to keep him here as your aide. Surely it would be you who has the final say in this. I pray that we do not lose the efficiency that he has put countless months of hard work into obtaining. I pray that the Council do not interfere further with how we run this place. So the team continue their advance through the battleship, opening up that door, seeing that there are no enemies further ahead, and Solomon moving through to the corridor. Once again, not spotting anyone particularly, so he goes into Overwatch. Endo is going to stay in cover behind him so that she does not get hit by anything. It doesn't seem like there's a way for the 2 teams to actually join up in the middle. It seems that there is a kind of a gap, like there used to be a bridge there in the previous episode, in a previous mission when we were on a similar spaceship. There was actually a way to go around here, but apparently not there. Chikunga's going to move forward, and that team basically all has the advanced positions. No aliens spotted though, and the rest of the side. Honau is going to move very far ahead of her side of the team and not going to spot anyone, but continue instead going into Overwatch. Kebe is going to do something similar, but she's going to have to dash it instead, so she won't be able to go into Overwatch sadly, but that shouldn't be a problem because we haven't spotted any enemies. During the alien activity, we hear some stuff, but nothing actually happens. Of course, that noise could be anything. Not entirely sure if the noises correspond to any aliens as such. Suleiman's going to dash up to that door, and Endo is going to go around the side since she gets bonuses from elevation. Everyone kind of does, but she gets more bonuses for elevation due to her gene modifications. She's going to do that. Vandermeer is going to do similarly to... who was that? Chikunga? Kebe? Suleiman? Suleiman, that's the one. I don't even know who's on which side anymore. And he's going to go next to the door. Now he's going to take another position. We're basically just going to move up this corridor like we did in the previous corridor, just moving the 2 teams up like so. Kebe is going to go around the corner just like Endo is. Since she is an assault, I feel like she's good enough to do that. And then we see 2 Mutant Elites. 3, well actually no, 2 Mutant Elites and then 2 Chrysalids, which is not cool. But and one of them walks through right in front of Vandermeer and Honau. Honau misses sadly, but the Chrysalid can't really do anything. However, it will be their turn, which is a bitch. And then we spot even more Chrysalids. So what's Keve done there is pretty much just activated every single enemy that we can possibly imagine. And then it happens to be the alien's turn. One of the Chrysalids runs away, which is really helpful. And then the other one also runs away, so they're not attacking us. And I'm not entirely sure why, but it seems like they're not going for our men. This Chrysalid moves up, but doesn't have enough to attack, so it just sort of just walks in front of the enemy. This Chrysalid actually does happen to have been hit by Honau's Overwatch, and then gets killed by that shotgun blast anyway. But it had health loss, so I think Honau actually did hit, it just didn't show us that she had. The Mutant Elite moves up into a position where he's going to be flanked and then gets into full cover, but it doesn't shoot as such, and then this one also does something similar. So what happened there basically is that the aliens did fuck all, and the alien AI was sort of fucked over. Like we could really have gotten really badly hurt from that mission, from that turn there, but we didn't. Which is great. The Chrysalids could have attacked us, but they chose not to. I'm not entirely sure why that's the case, but I'm not going to complain. I'm going to use every possible shot. So we have 3 Chrysalids and 2 Mutant Elites to kill. And there's a plane going over, I don't know if you can hear that. And then, so what we're going to do is just start killing them. We're going to do guaranteed kill on the Chrysalid with a 18 damage punch. It also for some reason breaks a bit of the cover, We could electromagnetic pulse. Of course, she could also shoot, that is a thing, and Vandermeer is going to get out of the way so that he doesn't get in the line of fire. He doesn't have any grenades, but he does have a 72% chance of hitting that guy, which he does for 6 damage. Chikunga's got a nice shot onto the flank. It's only 59%, but it's a flanking shot. And she shoots with her pistol. Yay, well done, Paul, remembering that she's got a pistol and not the actual weapon. So that's a bit annoying. Renard could do the electro pulse, but that will put Vandermeer in trouble. So what she could do as well is just fire a grenade, which is what she's going to do in the end, because that's going to hurt them just as much and break a bit of their cover. Kebe's not in a particularly good position, but she can throw a grenade, which is pretty okay. That will kill one of them and leave one of them on 2 hit points. Grenade being thrown, there we go. One of them's down, one's on 1 hit point in fact. My maths is fantastic. And Cinnamon could do something similar, but there are of course a bunch of chrysalids around. So what Endo is going to do is dash up into cover. Hopefully she can get herself a covering position. For some reason those things don't count as half cover, so she's just going to have to go near the wall to stay concealed and see if she can spot any more aliens, but it doesn't seem like she can. There's only, well, she has squad sight on a flanked thing. Cinema does have a 55% chance, or he could throw a grenade to guarantee the kill, and I think it's better to guarantee the kill than to attempt, well, I mean, he could do a lot of damage where he is. So there we go, all those people have been taken care of. There is now just 2 chrysalids around. They cannot hit us in melee because they are not in range, but now they're going to walk back, and that's going to basically just be their doom. Right towards Honor, which is not cool, because, well, for them anyway, because she can just punch one to the ground, and they're both going to just get there in a nice line. So, Endo's got no shots, which is a bit of a shame, so what she's going to do is dash up to another concealed position, see if she can spot any more enemies, and she cannot. It seems that the chrysalids are the only 2 enemies remaining. Vandermeer is going to fire at one of them and miss. Nice one. Chikunga is going to go into position of cover next to that. Doesn't spot any more enemies. 69% chance of killing that chrysalid. Once again firing with her laser pistol because I'm a fucking genius. What I should have done there is probably the electro pulse. Well, that probably wouldn't have killed him actually, but she's just going to do the big punch, punching another chrysalid to death. And then she can fire at the other one because attacking with the first action doesn't count as an action. Well, it counts as one action, doesn't finish your turn, that's what it means. So there we go, so both Chrysalid dies, and we haven't completely finished this mission, which means that the ship is much bigger than I was anticipating, or there are many more enemies than were previously said.
If we could recover it, it may prove extremely useful to our weapons and propulsion research efforts.
So that fusion reactor is actually really helpful, and we need to capture it somehow, and the way to capture it is just not to destroy it and complete the mission. It's got nothing to do with the fact that anything, really. I don't know why they stopped us to tell us that. It's just an important thing that we can capture and try not to destroy, but there's no way or reason we should be destroying it, so I don't know really why they told us this. Not that I'm going to complain. So Cinema's going to move up, Kebe's going to do something different. I think it's a bit like the mail canister, so I go up to it, think I can click it, but I can't. So it's kind of pointless, and then I sort of see that I can't actually go back down this way, so I'm just going to carry on. So that whole thing was a bit pointless. So what the team is going to do is just move up towards the big double doors, which can only contain some more very big, nasty, evil enemies that we are going to be very scared of. Endo's going to continue her concealment sort of trek, going into concealed position over there. Vandermeer is going to dash over here into the open. There doesn't seem to be any more enemies in this room, so we can just carry on going forward willy-nilly, not really needing to be in cover. I'm still going to go into Overwatch with those who are far ahead, since Honor is really far behind, finally changing Chikunga to her plasma rifle, and then Honor is going to move up with Vandermeer going into Overwatch. She probably should reload, since there's not going to be any aliens really going to show up, I don't think. We can hear that there are some further that way. Don't know what it might be. It sounds like it could be a flyer, so either a heavy floater or a cyber disc or something like that. It might be something even worse, more brutal than that. but we don't really know. Vandermeer is going to go into cover up here. We still have to wait for Kebe to move her fat ass down here. That was a bit mean. She's lovely, really. And yeah, the rest of the team are going to reload because I realised that we cannot get attacked from here, so it doesn't really need to be a you know, a thing of being really slow. And Kebe can't actually run that far because she has to run all the way down. So it's probably going to take a few turns for them to get there, but the team is going to continue being set up in position, trying to wonder what they're going to see on the other side of the door. Could be anything. I'm kind of debating whether or not I want to actually open up the door. I think it's probably not going to happen, not without anyone ready. Well, having the 3 people here ready plus Endo is probably more than enough, really, and Kebe can get there the following turn. Just running through fire. I like how fire wasn't a thing in this game. Endo's going to go into Overwatch. Vandermeer is going to move up to the side here. Silliman's probably going to do something very similar, unless that's Chikunga. That is Chikunga. He's going to do something similar over here, going into Overwatch as well. And we wait for Kebe. In activity, of course, they don't go through there, but we do hear them over here. So there's at least 2 groups, all they're moving very fast. Because there was one that was aiming towards the right, the other one to the left. We open up the door, we see a meld canister, and 2 more doors, including a little path so that you can walk up. Suleiman is going to go up there, going to go into Overwatch. Endo is going to go into position of cover, and you can see there's just a lot of paths that people can go through. I don't know if you can go around them or stuff, but Endo is going to just walk up here and stay concealed so you can spot stuff. I'm not entirely sure, this is the thing, I'm not entirely sure if you can go around that way or not, so I don't know what I'm doing, really. When do I ever? Going into Overwatch. This bit of the ship, I've never been this far into this kind of ship, so this is definitely a new area for me, and I'm not entirely sure just how brutal this might be. And then we spot 2 thin men. That's right, the final enemies happen to be thin men, apparently. There might be something else, but right now it's looking pretty easy. I kind of saw them as like, ha, thin men. So I'm going to move Hona up, and she's going to try and collect the meld. And then when I try and click on the meld, it just doesn't happen. So yeah, great. We lose that meld canister, and then I accidentally right click and move to the wrong side. We can't collect the meld, it's all great. Kebe is going to dash up. And then the aliens are going to have their turn. One of the thin men goes through the door. It's going to get absolutely destroyed. No, it's not even going to get Overwatch. He just goes through the door, spots everyone, goes, oh shit, and then runs. And then here what happened is that there was a crash at the end of that turn, so we're just going to move up to the after crash. Chikunga's going to open the door, not going to spot anything, going to go into Overwatch. Hona is going to, if she had the jet poop module, she would be able to just move up there, but she can't, so what she's going to do is just go the long way around, spot 2 thin men, one of them takes a reaction shot, hitting her for 3 damage. But she's going to shoot back. There's 2 of them, so you could probably... Oh yeah, she doesn't have a grenade anymore because she's used them all. But anyway, 65% chance of hitting that guy. And she does, killing him outright, leaving only one of them left. Kebe is quite far behind. She could run and gun, but it's kind of pointless at this point. So what she's going to do is just dash up to be next to Endo. Suleiman is also going to go in this direction, or Endo's going to do it. I think Endo's going to go around and then use her I mean, she can stay concealed because she's still in cover, but she could use her pistol. And then she spots 2 Seekers. Oh no, but what she can do is throw a grenade at them to kill them both. Huzzah! This is what you call really good use of grenades and concealment. So she does get does she not get spotted from that? She must do. She threw a grenade. That feels a bit cheeky that she didn't get discovered. Well, I can't remember what it's unconcealed or whatever. Seems a bit weird. No, she's she's no longer concealed. I was going to say that would have been a bit wrong. The thin man shoots and does a critical damaging hit towards Endo. First bit of damage she's taken in a while. But I think it's still worth it. 6 damage isn't too bad. just skip forward a little bit because for some reason every time Suleiman gets activated at some points I just stop playing for like, there's like a good minute and a half gap. It's really strange. Anyway, Endo is going to go for a most likely a pistol shot on that thin man. 100% shoots him in the face. 2 damage, it's not even enough to kill him. Jesus Christ, Endo. Doesn't even get a double tap. Shameful display. Keme is going to go up, or is it Hona going to do it? Someone's going to do it. Well, it's not looking too good. Apparently it is still going to be Hona. She's going to go up to try and shoot that thin man. 69%. Is it enough? Yes it is. So there you go, that kills it, and that ends the mission. So there we go, doing pretty good there. Yeah, that grenade from Endo to kill those Seekers was invaluable. And then Demon 2 is ready for status. Status for ready? No, whatever. It doesn't matter. So we're going to see if we got any promotions from that. And indeed we do. Chikunga becomes a captain. She's going to go for the dense smoke upgrade, because I think it's much better than the will and critical chance. Not that I use smoke grenades anymore. I used to use them quite a bit, but now I don't seem to use them, and we've got a bunch of cool extra stuff, including a sectopod wreck, a bunch of Illyrium, some UFO power source, 2 fusion cores, some good stuff, and we're going to go to the foundry to see. We got advanced construction. We have enough to actually build it. We just need to sell off a few of the equipment that we've just got from that mission. Go on to the grey market. We're going to sell some stuff. Some of the non-essential things that we get back, these are all things like the alien surgery, the damage computers and power sources, which are really cool. So yeah, it's pretty good. We got enough money now, so we're going to get that second to last bit of research, the other one being the drone capture, which we don't really care about really. So yeah, that's happened, and then we're going to go, as you can see there's a covert operation one day, so we're just going to scan straight into the covert operation and prepare for another attack. We're going to go for Operation Bleeding Summer. We're going to be taking this team, which is pretty much the same team, and we're going off to Germany. So the team is in Germany now. We're just going to do a big spread up and straight away come into the Exalts operatives. Group of 3 of them. Still not too powerful, if I say so myself, as the music blasts on. Hopefully not just, yeah. We're going to blow it up though. They're right next to a truck, which is great, and I think we're going to just explode it. Or not. What are we doing? Are we going to fire? I'm not entirely sure what I'm doing. I think the grenade would be great. Or we could use the needle grenade, I guess. That won't really do much, especially since the rage doesn't seem to be as good. So yeah, we're just going to shoot. Yeah, apparently we're just going to shoot a heavy plasma, which actually kills the guy. Wow, GG. Endo does have a shot. It's only 85%, which is pretty low. But then again, she doesn't have any kind of thing. He's got cover. That's not enough to free him from Endo. Literally straight into the combat. This is like the Chrysalid Sectopod mission that we had a few episodes back, where everyone just got absolutely just straight away, just move up, Chrysalids. Oh crap. So Chikunga's going to move up, going into Overwatch. As the music blasts. But do you guys remember this map? I do, very fondly. This is the first map we ever played. Indeed it is. God, that seems like so long ago now. Anyway, in this covert operation we just have to hack the relays. So Davis is out there somewhere. Hona is just going to go into Overwatch, and then Davis happens to be in that really shitty garage where, if you remember, those sectoids were a very long time ago. We do have a battle scanner, so we're going to try and send one off. I throw one, but of course it hits the fucking wall because I'm an idiot thinking I could go through walls, but I can't. So I've just done a battle scanner inside the fucking garage. Really useful, thank you Davis. At least you tried. Cinnamon gets shot at by the sniper, but the sniper misses, which is very fantastic, and then the sniper actually gets exploded a little bit by that truck, who takes 6 damage. That seems to be all now. Cinnamon has his turn, but I think we're going to go. Endo doesn't actually have a shot on anyone, so what she's going to do is move up to that train, which puts her into concealment mode. She's just jump up that. Doesn't spot any enemies on the way, which is very strange. There seems to be a lack of enemies there. Honau is going to run up, which puts the covert operative, the exalt operative, sorry, out of cover. And there we go, that's done. So now Davis, kind of pointless. She's going to open up this garage, see if she can spot anyone, and doesn't seem to be able to see much from where she is. So what I'm going to do is move up my dudes just to see if there's anyone. If I can spot anyone, then I probably should. Kebe is going to run up into the train cart. Probably, to be honest, gone the wrong way there. Because what I do is I look there, which allows me to see everything ahead of me and to the right, when I should be looking to the left, because there could be enemies out there. So what Davis is going to do is run out into the open, right in the middle of these exalt operatives. Luckily Kebe gets an Overwatch shot off, not that it does hit but it doesn't kill. So yeah, well done Davis, you got yourself into a really bad position there. That's totally my fault, to be honest. So I might, yeah, pay for it. We might lose Davis here if we're not, well, if the AI play it correctly. Whether they will do that or not is not up to me, but I'm going to move up my troops as fast as possible to try and get them into shooting distance as soon as I can with Chikunga moving last, and then taking a covered position. So Exalt have their turn. We got a thing that's about to blow up here, and then they have their turn. So this agent actually runs out of the way, doesn't shoot at Davis, and then this one moves into a position in the middle for some reason, and then just goes into cover, and then this one shoots at Davis, doing 5 damage to her, and then ending their turn. So luckily this was a bit like the previous mission where the chrysalids just sort of ran out of the way. So the Exalt operatives just sort of ran out of the way and got ready to be killed. So we were pretty lucky, but Davis has lost half her health, which is not cool, but that's one of the issues with not having the chitin armor. Also not having any armor at all. She had Titan armor, should be totally fine, but I never take it for that, so there we go. Endo's going to go into a position over here. She's going to switch to her pistol. Not going to see anything, so she's going to switch back to her rifle and then hunker down. Vandermeer is going to go into this area here. He does spot the operatives with a 59% chance of hitting him. He does, however, miss. Bloody Dutch. Chikunga is going to move up. Of course, Davis still has her turn, but Chikunga isn't able to do anything with that. She can, however, throw the grenade around the corner, which will hit the guy, and it won't break the relay, which is great. But it does harm the guy pretty significantly and allows Davis to potentially kill him, should that come to it. So Davis is going to go around and flank the guy whilst remaining in cover because of the relay. She's going to hack the relay very quickly, and then 100% chance to hit the guy and also manage to crit him potentially. Does hit him for 5 damage, killing him, which is good. Central needs to shut up, and then there's only one relay left to do, so Honau is going to get into a position where she can cover that from the side going into Overwatch here, and the team is ready for Exalt to come forward. Of course, there's still a sniper over here. He's going to reload by the looks of things, and then we've got new contacts coming in. So we got Kevin's going to do a reaction shot and going to miss that guy, who's going to run into cover. More Exalt guys coming in, of course. Seems to be quite a few of them. It's not that much actually. It could be worse. But Simon's not in a really good position to deal with them, so he moves up and then has a 55% chance of hitting either of them. He's going to go for the one at lower health. He does hollow target it whilst missing, which is not too good. Endo has shot on 3 of the guys, all 100%, so she's going to go for the guys who are flanking Davis. Shooting the first one, and because she's in an elevated position, gets a double tap. She is, however, revealed. She's going to shoot the other sniper, killing him outright as well. So, doing good. Only one dude remaining, the guy from before. Davis is going to... she has potential to do a shot on him, but it's not really what she needs to do. What am I doing? Am I really going for the flank? Am I going for the kill? Is that what I'm doing? Yes, I am. Okay, right. Well, Davis is apparently going for the kill. That will level her up, to be fair, killing stuff, and she has a good chance of killing him. She does actually crit for 4, so it's okay. Not really what I should be, but I'm not playing the objective here. I'm playing like to level her up. Vandermeer gets into a position to go into Overwatch, and Chikunga is going to do similarly. Davis is not in a very good position if the Exalt operatives come back. Kebe is going to probably move up to a position. Yeah, and then she's going to go into Overwatch as well, and then Honash is going to stay where she is. So, no Exalt forces coming in reinforcement here, so Davis is going to dash to a position of cover, and the rest of the team is most likely going to stay where they are, or shuffle a little bit. Suleiman probably shuffle the most. Well, shuffle the most by 1 move, going into Overwatch there. Endo's looking for a place where she can go. It looks like Vandermeer is going to go down this way just in case. Going into Overwatch there. Endo's going to probably take his place. Chikunga is moving up to this disactivated relay. Going into Overwatch. Kev is going to go to this relay that we just hacked. Going into Overwatch. So yeah, the team's just moving into a position where they can cover from every angle where Davis might go, with Honau moving up as well into elevated cover. And then Endo is going to not going to be able to go that far forward, so she's just going to conceal herself behind that rock. And once again, no Exalt forces actually shown here. So Davis is just going to continue dashing, and she's going to go inside that train cart, ready to hack that relay next turn. Suleiman is going to go towards this covered position here, and then go into Overwatch, just in case some Exalt operative come down through the left side. Endo's going to do something similar, although she's going to jump over the train rather than... She's going to jump over it and then climb down the... Okay, whatever. Going to reload. Vandermeer is going to do something similar. No, he's just going to go to where he is. Chikunga's going to go around that side. Is she? Yes, she is. And then going to go into Overwatch. And then Kebe is going to retreat to a position outside and go into Overwatch. Honasta is going to stay where she is. And the Exalt operatives have their turn. Still no reinforcements. I'm not entirely sure how this works. I think at this point it's kind of obvious that you need to hack a relay for the reinforcements to come in, and then reinforcements come in for the relay. So for every relay hack there'll be a wave of reinforcements, and also for the fact that the operative has escaped also might cause a wave of operatives to show up. Davis moves to a bit of cover very close to the extraction point. The rest of the team are going to just go into Overwatch, getting ready to hit any reinforcements that might come from that direction. Chikunga is going to go back into the train cart, going into Overwatch. Kebe is going to stay where she is most likely, and Honau is also probably going to stay where she is. There we go, so the operatives have their turn, and here they go. So the Exalt come in here, one around the side, doesn't actually get hit by an Overwatch shot, which is very strange. This one doesn't either. They're not spotted, that's the big problem. And then one of them comes actually on top of the train cart, going to get hit by several Overwatch shots. All of them, to be honest. He gets absolutely destroyed, and there is another one here. So how are we going to play this? We really need vision on that stuff. Endo gets revealed. What we can do is send Davis forward. She does have a battle scanner, so she can send that. She's going to fire that, or throw that I should say. Should give Endo enough point. There we go, she sent the scanner up. And apparently we have spotted something because of it. Although we can move because it's being dodgy, so we spotted both of them. So Endo does have shots on both those people. Suleiman's going to go for the flanks. Dude here critting him. Jeez. Endo only has squad sight on one of them, however, because the other one is behind cover. She shoots and kills him, which is great. So that's not too bad. Vandermeer is going to go down next to a position where he can cover Davis. Chikunga is going to move up down here, going into Overwatch. Kevin's going to do something similar. So we're just moving up, protecting Davis as she moves down. even for now, who's going to be quite slow in doing that, but yes. Going into Overwatch, we're just going to slowly advance towards the extraction point as Exalt continue to move up. This one's going to move into a position of cars, shooting at Kebe and missing, luckily. And that seems to be all the operatives for the moment. So Davis is going to be able to dash up to a position of cover. I kind of want to put her somewhere that isn't right next to that guy. Cinema doesn't have a shot. And the thing is that none of my people really have shots from where they are. So Cinema's going to move slightly to the left. He actually did have a shot and then he didn't afterwards, which is kind of annoying. And Ender doesn't have a shot from where she is, which is very irritating. So she's just going to go into Overwatch. Vandermeer is going to go next to that car, or truck, or somewhere, or dash, whichever he wants. So he's going to dash right next to Davis, give her some more support, potentially heal her if she needs it. Chikunga's going to go into Overwatch. Kerry does, however, have a shot on that guy, and she's going to switch to her laser pistol for some reason. Rapid fire laser pistol. Okay, both of them miss. That one was very close though, and he actually does adrenaline surge because of that for some reason. I'm not entirely sure what I did there, or why I did it. Why did I choose the laser pistol? Maybe range would be better. Either way, we're going to fire some kind of grenade, or see if we can fire the grenade. And it turns out that we do actually have the range to do that. So we're going to fire the grenade, which is going to deal 3 damage to him, and also set the 2 things to explode if he's going to just stay there. He does fire at Kebe and deal 6 damage, but he has stayed next to the car, which is going to explode and kill him. And I think the truck's also going to blow up. Yeah. So there we go. So Davis is going to be able to just run into cover now. Or into the extraction zone, I should say. Which should end the mission. Yeah, there we go. We did take some wounds, especially from Davis, but we completed the mission and that's all that we really care about. Hopefully we'll know where the Exalt HQ is. But first we're going to be looking at some promotions and see who else got promoted, or who got promoted, if any. As it turns out, Lars did become a captain, which is great news. There's going to be a little gap because for some reason I did the Solomon again, and it just takes forever, so there we go. We're going to give him the combat drugs and not the dense smoke, because we gave dense smoke to Chikunga. And Davis actually becomes a major as well, which gives a low profile, which is really good. He's only wounded for 2 days, and we get a bunch of shitty stuff. So our voice thing tells us that we can possibly know that the Exalt cell isn't in Germany. We're going to do an intel scan, which tells us there's a possible Exalt cell in South Africa, but we know that the base isn't in South Africa, so it doesn't really matter. So I'm going to spend a little bit. As you can see, below the covert operation button, there's a bunch of Exalt intel, so we know all these things. There's some really interesting thing, and basically we know that it could be in China or in India. And one of the very interesting things, there's a lot of really cool stuff, is like this base is not in the Atlantic Ocean, it's a country complains Civilization 5, it's not Japan, it's not in Europe, it's not a country with any territory in the Arctic Circle. So it is really helpful, but at the same time it's not very helpful. So it could either be in China or in India, so we need to sort of find out which one it is, and right now we don't have enough information, but we are nearing knowing where it could be, which is great. So we can't really do a covert operation, we can't do another intel scan until I think we need to wait a week between them. So we're just going to scan, and then we get a contact, once again the big one, and we do have Demon 1 with its fusion lance on its way. We're going to see, so it took us 2 hits to take down that battleship. We're going to see if it takes a bit more for this one. We're going to send him off. He's going to fly really fast to intercept. We're going to use dodge. Remember, this guy fires 2 at a time. This fire 2 actually does hit. We take barely any damage and hit it twice, and there we go, it's down. What the fuck? So the hyperwave relay does see very quickly that we will be facing a alien we haven't seen before called an ethereal. We're going to be sending this team off, and we will be doing this next time, so I hope you guys are ready, because this is going to be a really fun mission as we near the end of the game. Thank you for watching, and I shall see you next time for Operation First Hire.
I'm sorry, Lieutenant Yang. but the Council has ordered my dismissal, and I must adhere to orders if I am to continue my military career in my own country. I truly wish that there was some other way in which I could help you, but alas, I have been betrayed, dishonoured if you will. I hope the best for you and Jorah. I hope Hitomi returns the feelings after all this is over. Humanity is on the verge of finally throwing out the aliens, and here I am being told to leave before the fireworks. I hope after all this you'll allow me to come visit you and you'll tell me all about it.